Through the curtain of mangrove roots, woven together like giant fingers piercing the mud where light only trickles through narrow crevices, a footstep sounds that does not belong to a human. It is not the sound of the incoming tide, nor is it the sound of fish leaping on the creek's surface. It is the sound of the predator that has turned the Sundarbans into a domain where no one dares to set foot alone. The Sundarbans does not exist to welcome. It exists to test every creature that enters, including us. And those who do not understand this usually do not get a second chance to learn. Welcome to the Sundarbans. Not just a forest, not just a river. This is the world's largest tidal labyrinth, where the boundary between land and water shifts every 6 hours. A place where maps are meaningless because the terrain changes twice a day. And every time the tide ebbs, a new land is revealed, along with everything waiting upon it. Here, humans are merely uninvited guests. Hundreds have entered the Sundarbans and never walked out. The forest does not explain. The forest only remains silent. Before stepping deeper into this journey, if you carry within you a sense of awe for the wild, subscribe now so you don't miss anything ahead. Because what lies ahead is not a nature exploration. It is a confrontation with a land that even the tide does not dare to stay in for too long. If the Sundarbans had a soul, that soul would wear black and orange stripes and swim through salty creeks as if water were never a barrier. This is the Bengal tiger, the only lord who knows he doesn't need to run to kill. Weighing over 220 kilograms with a bite force of more than 450 kilograms, the Bengal tiger can haul prey twice its body weight across flooded mudflats without missing a beat. But the tiger's true role is not that of a destroyer. The tiger is the architect of the Sundarbans, controlling the spotted deer populations, keeping the mangrove vegetation from being grazed to exhaustion. Sundarbans tigers do not hunt like tigers anywhere else. They swim across wide creeks, approaching prey from the water, a direction from which no animal here is on guard. They are also the only tigers in the world that have learned to drink brackish water, adapting to an environment where no other tiger could survive for more than a few days. Only about 100 Bengal tigers remain in the Sundarbans. Rising sea levels are submerging their territory, and no tiger can negotiate with the tide. As the forest sinks, tigers are forced onto smaller islands, closer to villages, closer to humans, and that never ends well for either side. The tiger vanishes into the shadows like a dissipating ripple. The Sundarbans fall silent again, but beneath the water, something more ancient is beginning to stir. If the tiger is the soul of the forest, the saltwater crocodile is the memory of the ocean, the largest of the crocodilian family, born from a time before the earth knew man. Over 6 meters long, weighing more than a ton, the Sundarbans saltwater crocodile is the largest living reptile on Earth, and its bite force can crush steel-hard bone. The crocodile is the monitor of the Sundarbans' water quality. Their leftovers feed decomposing bacteria, enriching the mud, the foundation upon which the entire mangrove ecosystem exists. Saltwater crocodiles do not need to chase. They lie in wait right at the intersection of bank and water, where every creature, sooner or later, must pass to drink. When the tide rises, crocodiles follow the water deep into the forest, approaching prey that never imagined danger could come from within the heart of the mangrove trees. Sundarbans saltwater crocodiles are being hunted for their skin and meat. Simultaneously, upstream pollution is poisoning the food chain. The apex predator always receives the highest accumulation of toxins. This species once dominated every estuary from India to Australia. Now, only small populations cling to waters that humans have not yet reached. The tide begins to ebb. Narrow creeks reveal mudflats still drenched in water, and upon them, smaller, lighter footprints are moving toward the shore. Amidst a land specialized in darkness and danger, the spotted deer is the only thing that dares to bring light. Shimmering white spots like fallen stars, lost in a labyrinth of roots and mud. Spotted deer have no claws or fangs, no armored scales. Their strength lies elsewhere. A sense of smell that detects a tiger from 300 meters, a speed of 65 kilometers per hour, and the ability to swim across salt creeks without losing their way. The spotted deer is the seeding machine of the Sundarbans. As they eat fruit and move through dozens of creeks daily, they carry mangrove seeds to new mudflats, building the forest with every step they take. Spotted deer live by a collective warning system. One head snaps up. The whole herd stands still. One alarm call. The entire herd scatters in all directions in an instant, without needing to see the enemy. And when a tiger enters a creek to approach from the water, the spotted deer have a distinct reaction. They don't run to the shore, but run straight into the water, swimming to the opposite bank. But the spotted deer are losing their foraging mudflats as the tide rises higher each year. Fewer mudflats mean less food, and a weaker herd is an easier meal for the tiger. As deer numbers drop, tigers are pushed closer to villages for food. A cycle of tragedy where the starting point is not the tiger, not the deer, but us. The spotted deer vanish into the shadows of the trees. The sound of wind through the mangroves replaces all other noise, and the Sundarbans reminds us everything here is connected. But the story of the Sundarbans is not just the story of three species. When the tide rises for the second time in a day, an invisible system begins to operate, more complex than any city humans have ever built. Every creek is a corridor. Every mudflat is a restaurant. Every mangrove tree is an apartment floor. And the tide is the manager, deciding who gets to eat, who must wait, and who must run. Tiger, crocodile, spotted deer. No species exists independently. They are bound together by the same breath, the rhythm of the rising and falling tide every 6 hours, without cease, without exception. And at a deeper level of the Sundarbans, where light never reaches, there is another world breathing to its own rhythm, slower, more patient, and more terrifying. The second dawn. The tide ebbs. The mudflats are revealed, wet and exposed. This is the most dangerous time of day in the Sundarbans, when everyone needs to eat and the space for refuge shrinks to zero. The spotted deer herd moves out onto the mudflat to forage. This is when they are most vulnerable. No forest for cover, no water to swim across. Only mud, open space, and a 360-degree view. The tiger was here before the deer even stepped out, not because of luck, but because the Sundarbans tiger memorizes the tidal rhythm like its own hunting map. One deer raises its head, snorts, stands still. The wind shifts, and in that split second, the Sundarbans holds its breath. The entire mudflat stands between two possibilities. Nothing happens, or everything happens at once. The tiger does not move. The wind shifts again. The deer lowers its head to continue eating, unaware that the decision of life and death was just made, not by itself, but by the direction of the wind. The crocodile entered the creek before dawn. It lies exactly at the point the deer often use to cross to the opposite bank. This is not a coincidence. This is the accumulated experience of 10 million years of evolution. The herd begins to move toward the creek. The crocodile does not move. The tiger begins to advance slowly from behind. The Sundarbans is setting a trap without walls, only silence. A sound from the opposite bank. The lead deer stops. Then everything breaks loose. Mud splatters, water splashes, and the Sundarbans once again settles everything in its own way. The survivor is not the fastest or the strongest. The survivor is the one who reads the Sundarbans, understanding that danger never comes from one direction, but from all directions at once. And the loser will vanish with the rising tide, leaving no trace, leaving no cry. The Sundarbans keeps no evidence of what has occurred in its darkness. Everything you have just witnessed is not violence. It is a language. The only language the Sundarbans knows how to use to speak to every living creature within it. The tiger keeps the deer from staying too long in one place. The deer help the forest disperse seeds. The crocodile enriches the mud, and the mud feeds the forest. The forest feeds all. This is not a food chain. This is a contract. The Sundarbans is not just a forest. It is a climate shield, absorbing 4 times more carbon than a typical rainforest, protecting the coastlines of tens of millions of people from storms and tsunamis. And when one link disappears, when the tiger is gone, when the crocodile is gone, when the deer are gone, that million-year contract will break. Along with it, the shield protecting millions of people will shatter as well. But the most dangerous creature in the Sundarbans has no fangs or claws. It has no armored scales. It cannot swim across salty creeks. The most dangerous creature arrives with motorboats and electric saws. Rising sea levels caused by emissions from places thousands of kilometers away from the Sundarbans are drowning the forest meter by meter every year. And no tiger, no crocodile can stop the tide that grows ever higher. Each year, the Sundarbans loses an area equivalent to thousands of football fields. And with every piece of forest lost, a part of the coastal protection system for tens of millions of people in Bangladesh and India also disappears. And the price to be paid is not just for nature. Fishermen lose their grounds, farmers lose their land, and the men who enter the forest to gather honey increasingly do not return. When the tiger's roar fades into the forest mist, when the crocodile sinks into the dark creek, when the spotted deer vanish into the shadows, the Sundarbans returns to its primal breath. The remaining question is not what we have discovered. It is, when the tide rises high enough to wipe out this forest, what will we use to shield ourselves? What will we have left when the Sundarbans no longer stands between us and the ocean, when the final shield finally breaks? The Sundarbans is still here, still breathing to the rhythm of the tide, still keeping secrets of what moves in its darkness. But for how much longer is a question only we can answer. If this journey made you look back, not just at the Sundarbans, but at yourself, leave a comment below. The Sundarbans needs more than just people who know it exists. And see you again in the next fierce arenas of survival, where nature doesn't ask if you are ready, and the answer must come before the question even echoes. Dawn light illuminates the East African Savannah. A new day begins on land of thousands of living beings. Here, elephants slowly walk through grasslands. Buffalo gather near water areas. Giraffes stretch their necks high against the vast sky. And somewhere on the hills, a familiar silhouette gradually appears. That's the lion, often revered as king of the savannah. But even with that title, lions understand there are encounters requiring extremely careful consideration. Lions are the only big cat species living in groups. Adult males can reach mass around 190 kilograms. Canine teeth up to 8 centimeters long, combined with bite force around 650 pounds per square inch, allow them to tear through prey, skin, and tissue. Speed can reach 80 kilometers per hour. Currently, only about 20,000 individual lions live in the wild. Each pride typically consists of 10 to 15 individuals living and hunting together. Male lions assume the role of defending territory, while females are the pride's main hunting force. Yet on this savanna, lions are not the largest species. Black rhinos weigh up to 1,400 kilograms, 7 times a lion's weight. Two horns made of compressed keratin can grow up to 1.5 meters long, creating one of the most fearsome natural weapons on the savanna. Skin about 5 centimeters thick acts like protective armor, and when necessary, rhinos can charge forward at speeds up to 55 kilometers per hour. An angry rhino doesn't discriminate opponents. They charge straight ahead. Lions know this and usually choose to stay away. Only about 5,500 black rhinos remain in the wild. These solitary giants rarely need others to defend themselves. But it's not just size that makes lions wary. Spotted hyenas have 1,100 PS, eye bite force, strongest among carnivores. Each weighs only 80 kilograms, much smaller than lions. Yet they never travel alone. Hyena clans can reach 30 members. Their jaws can crush bones, leaving virtually no part of prey behind. And this is the problem with lions. Hyenas attack even solitary lions, or simply steal their prey. With about 27,000 living individuals, spotted hyenas use complex sounds to coordinate. Numbers are their strength. Near water areas, another threat lurks. Hippos, considered Africa's most dangerous species, weigh up to 3,200 kilograms. Canine teeth 50 centimeters long, growing from jaws that can open to 150 degrees, square inch, nearly 3 times a lion's. Despite heavy bodies, hippos can run 30 kilometers per hour on land. Their territory is an absolute forbidden zone. Lions rarely dare think about attacking adult hippos. The price could be too high for a predator. With about 125,000 individuals, hippos spend most time in water. That's how they keep their sensitive skin moist. Some species look gentle but are extremely dangerous. Giraffes reach 5.5 meters tall, the tallest land animal on the planet. With mass from 1,200 to 1,900 kilograms, those long legs serve not just for movement, but are extremely dangerous defensive weapons. A kick from a giraffe carries 900 kilograms of force, enough to fracture a lion's skull or cause immediate serious injury. For this reason, lions only hunt giraffes with full pride coordination, as single individuals rarely risk confrontation. About 117,000 giraffes still exist. Height helps them see up to 2 kilometers away, detecting danger very early. And then there's the African buffalo. With mass around 900 kilograms, they're one of the most dangerous opponents lions face. Wide horns can grow up to 1 meter long, reinforced by thick horn layer like armor right on top of the head. Buffalo live in massive herds, sometimes up to 1,000 individuals. When one is attacked, the entire herd immediately reacts. They can run at speeds up to 57 kilometers per hour, and more dangerous is that buffalo often turn to counterattack rather than flee. Even when hunting in groups, lions must accept great risk. Many lions have been seriously injured in these hunts. With about 900,000 individuals, African buffalo still play important roles. They're both food source and challenge for lions. Through thousands of years of evolution, lions have learned an important lesson. That's knowing how to assess risk before acting. Before rhinos and hippos, the best choice is to stay away. No meal is worth risking the entire pride's lives. With hyenas, it's endless competition. Both species hunt the same prey, share the same territory. As for giraffes and buffalo, they only become targets when lions have sufficient numbers and clear advantage. Most of the time, lions still choose safer targets. Antelope and zebras remain top priority choices. Knowledge about these rivals is passed from generation to generation. Lion cubs learn by observing adults. Pride strength helps increase success chances. But even so, it's not always enough to face these giants. Timing is as important as numbers. Lions will wait when opponents are weakened, alone, or off guard. Because every hunt is a calculation. Energy expended must be less than energy gained from prey. Because every hunt is a survival calculation where energy expended must be lower than energy obtained from prey. The presence of rhinos, hippos, and other large animals has shaped how lions exist and adapt through millions of years of evolution. This pressure forces lions to become smarter and more flexible, not just rely on physical strength. Hyenas play a role controlling lion numbers, and competition between the two species helps maintain population balance on the savanna. Giraffes and buffalo, though potential prey, are also forces pushing lions to continuously perfect their hunting skills. Yet in 2026, all these species face a common opponent. Habitat is shrinking day by day. Climate change alters water and food sources. Species must move farther, encounter each other more frequently. Human activity cuts off migration corridors. Conflicts between wildlife and communities increasingly escalate. Poaching remains the top threat, especially for rhinos because of horns and lions for valuable pelts. Fortunately, humans are also acting. Conservation areas are being expanded to protect these species and their habitats. Local community education helps reduce conflict. They learn to coexist peacefully with these wild neighbors. Scientists monitor and study each species' behavior. This data helps make more accurate conservation decisions. Ecotourism creates income for communities. When wildlife has economic value, people have reason to protect them. On the African savanna, life continues as thousands of years before. Lions remain symbols of strength. But now we understand that strength is not everything. Caution and adaptation are also survival strategies. Each species, from giant rhinos to small hyenas, has its own role in nature's grand picture. And protecting all of them is not just responsibility, but how we protect our own future. The African savanna stretches beneath the deep blue sky. Early morning sunlight casts gold across dry grasslands. Here, life is not solitary. African elephants wander through grasslands. Zebras move in lines. Wildebeest stop to observe, each species seeking its own. Cattle egrets perch on hippobacks. Oxpecker birds cling to zebra skin. These small moments tell a larger story. This is where survival is not simply competition. This is the savanna of cooperation, where boundaries between allies and rivals blur. Panthera leo, lions, apex predators of the savanna, with spotted hyenas possessing jaws with the strongest bite force among carnivores. These two species often steal prey from each other, but sometimes the boundary between enemy and ally becomes ambiguous when both target the same goal. An old buffalo walks alone, weighing nearly 800 kilograms, too large for a single hunting group, but not when two forces appear together. Lions advance from the east, hyenas from the west. Not a deliberate plan, just a coincidence of survival instinct. The buffalo turns when seeing lions, but behind are hyenas. Two fronts form without anyone's arrangement. Pressure from both sides slows the prey. Lions charge first. Buffalo counterattacks with horns. Hyenas block escape routes. No one gives orders, but the result is unexpected cooperation. The buffalo falls. Lions claim the larger portion. Hyenas wait and pick up what remains. No one wins completely. Both have food thanks to each other's presence. This is not friendship, just survival calculation. In the savanna, the boundary between competition and cooperation is always flexible, depending on circumstances. Buphagus africanus, oxpecker birds, small birds weighing only 50 grams, but their role is far from small in the ecosystem. They find food on the skin of large herbivores, ticks, fleas, parasites. Each day, one bird can eat hundreds of parasites. Zebras, bodies with distinctive stripes. Their skin is home to many parasite species. Oxpecker birds are effective cleaning partners. Birds perch on backs, heads, necks, even zebra ears. They move freely working, trust built over time. Wildebeest. They also carry parasites on their skin. Oxpecker birds don't select hosts. As long as there's food, they'll come. This relationship is not one way. Birds get regular meals. Herbivores reduce parasite burden. Fewer parasites means better health. Sometimes birds also peck into wounds to drink blood. This behavior can cause pain, but host animals still accept it because overall benefits are greater. This is symbiosis. Two species both benefit. No one suffers loss. The Savannah operates thanks to small relationships like these. Fork-tailed drongos, intelligent birds with developed brains. They live in the savannah and know how to observe their surroundings. Meerkats live in underground groups. During the day, they surface to find insects, scorpions, spiders, small lizards, main food sources. Drongo birds often perch high. From there, they see predators first: eagles, cobras, wildcats. When danger appears, drongos call warnings. Meerkats hear and run into burrows immediately. Many times, birds save meerkat groups from real danger. This relationship builds trust over time. But drongo birds learn something. Trust can be exploited. When meerkats are eating a large beetle, drongos emit false alarm signals. Meerkats panic, abandon food, and run underground. Drongos immediately fly down, take the prey meerkats left behind, fly up trees, and eat in peace. This is deception in nature. Drongo birds don't warn falsely every time. About 25% of their calls are fake, enough so meerkats still trust most of the time. They maintain balance between real cooperation and selective deception. This is evolutionary intelligence. African elephants, currently the largest land animals with weight up to 6 tons. Trunks over 2 meters long are wonderful multi-purpose tools. Dry season extends. Many species thirst for water, but groundwater remains beneath hard, dry earth. Elephants use trunks and feet to dig deep. They dig holes nearly 1 meter deep. Groundwater slowly rises. Elephants drink first, but after they leave, water holes aren't abandoned. Zebras return. Wildebeest also come. All drink from holes elephants created. No one drives anyone away. Elephants don't dig holes for other species. They do it for themselves. But this action benefits the entire community. Elephants also break down trees to create pathways. Fallen trees open space. Sunlight shines down. New grass grows. Small herbivores have new food. During migration season, elephants lead. They know routes from previous generations. Zebras and antelope follow. Paths elephants open make movement easier. Elephants don't know their role. But their presence shapes the entire savanna. Other species live better thanks to elephants. Cattle egrets and great egrets. Small hunting birds often fly low, searching for insects, but tall grass obscures prey. African buffalo, weighing nearly 800 kilograms. When they move through grasslands, each footstep shakes surrounding ground. Grasshoppers, mice, they avoid buffalo. Egrets wait ready. They catch fleeing prey, easy food without much effort. African elephants also create similar opportunities. Massive bodies disturb many small creatures when moving. Egrets follow closely at elephant feet. Sometimes egrets wait for opportunities. When elephants stop to eat grass, helping cattle egrets catch prey around elephant feet. Elephants and buffalo aren't bothered. Birds don't eat their food, don't cause pain. Simply travel together. Neutral but beneficial relationship. Egrets conserve energy. Don't have to clear grass themselves to find prey. Large animals do that work. Birds just wait and harvest. Survival efficiency increases. During rainy season, when insects are plentiful, egrets can hunt independently. But dry season, food sources scarce. Following large animals becomes survival strategy. The savanna is not just where the strong survive. It's a place of connection. Every species has a role. Every behavior creates ripples in the ecosystem. Lions and hyenas are never friends, but sometimes they both benefit from each other's presence. The boundary between rival and the ally constantly changes. Small birds live thanks to large species, not through parasitism, not through exploitation, simply understanding how the system operates and finding their position within it. Elephants shape the landscape, create water sources, open pathways, not from kindness, just living by instinct. But the entire savanna benefits from their actions. Meerkats learn to trust drongo birds, but also learn to doubt. This is a complex psychological game. These relationships aren't written in genes. They form over thousands of generations, continuously adapting and evolving. Each species finds the most efficient way to survive. Sometimes that path leads to cooperation, sometimes to competition. The savanna accepts both. No species dominates completely. No species exists independently. All are part of a larger network, the network of life. The year 2026. The African savanna faces new challenges. Climate changes faster. Dry season lasts longer. Water sources more scarce. Humans expand cultivation. Roads cut across migration routes. Living space shrinks each year. Species forced to adapt faster than ever. Cooperative relationships become more important. Elephants dig water not just for themselves, but for the entire community in crisis. Conservation organizations are creating migration corridors, protecting water sources, reducing human-wildlife conflict. But the future depends on many people's actions. The Savannah teaches us an important lesson. Survival is not just individual strength, but the ability to connect, adapt, and coexist. Lions and hyenas, birds and elephants, meerkats and drongos. Small stories create the big picture, a picture of life continuing across the vast savanna. End-of-day light casts gold across grasslands. Each species prepares for approaching night. Tomorrow, they'll search again, interact again, survive together again. The African savanna, where the boundary between competition and cooperation constantly changes, where every species matters, and where life finds ways to continue every day. The Great Serengeti Plains, one of the largest wild ecosystems in Africa. In 2026, this place is facing unprecedented challenges. Average temperatures have risen 2 degrees Celsius in the past decade. The dry season lasts longer. Water holes are increasingly scarce. Life here is changing. This is home to over 3 million large animals, antelope, zebras, buffalo. But it's also the battlefield of 2 arch-enemies. Lions and hyenas. For over 2 million years, they have shared the same land. But in 2026, old rules are being rewritten. Panthera leo, lions, king of beasts. An adult male lion weighs up to 190 kg. Golden coat, thick mane. In the past, strength was everything. A pride of lions could control territory of 100 square kilometers. They were apex predators. But climate is changing everything. Temperatures of 45 degrees Celsius during the day. Lions are large, warm-blooded animals. They need tremendous energy to cool their bodies. Their solution is to lie still, 20 hours each day, just to avoid the heat. But this has a price. Food is becoming scarce. Large prides of 15-20 individuals are no longer effective. Too many mouths to feed and too little prey. The solution is to split up. Small groups of 2 to 3 individuals break away. Easier to find food, but also more vulnerable. The numerical advantage disappears. When facing enemies, lions are no longer the overwhelming force. Power is shifting. Night is the only opportunity. When temperatures drop to 25 degrees Celsius, only then can lions mobilize their full energy. They become absolute night hunters. Night vision 6 times better than humans. This is their time. But night is also the time of their rivals. And those rivals are stronger than ever. Crocuta, spotted hyenas. Nearly 3 times smaller than lions. But what they lack in size, they compensate with intelligence. Over millions of years of evolution, hyenas have become survival experts. In 2026, these skills matter more than ever. First strength, unbeatable digestive system. Jaws with bite force, stronger than lions. Strong enough to crush large bones. Stomach acid pH 1, lowest among mammals. They can digest bones, skin, even horns. When lions only eat lean meat and leave the rest, hyenas return. They eat everything. Nothing is wasted. This is a huge advantage when food is scarce. Second strength, endurance. Hyenas can travel 40 kilometers each day, less energy intensive than lions. When water holes are far apart, lions must give up. But hyenas continue. They expand territory into lands where lions cannot survive. Third strength, social organization. A hyena clan can have up to 80 members with clear hierarchy. Females lead the entire clan. This is a matriarchal society. Females are stronger than males. With large numbers, hyenas can do what was previously unimaginable: directly confront lions. Hyenas are not just scavengers. 70% of their food comes from hunting. They are true hunters. Their tactic is endurance, pursuing prey at 60 kph continuously until the prey is exhausted. When one weakens, the entire clan concentrates. Tight coordination. 5 to 10 minutes later, everything ends. Highly efficient. But in the most dangerous moments, prey is not the worry, but rather those who come to steal the spoils. Lions hear the sounds. They know hyenas just made a kill, and they come to claim it. This is robbery. In the past, hyenas always lost, fled as soon as they saw lions. But in 2026, this instinct is changing. Only one male lion, but 15 hyenas. The power ratio has reversed. Hyenas don't retreat. Hyenas advance, surround, growl. They know the lion is weak from the daytime heat. This is the opportunity. The lion roars, tries to threaten, but it's ineffective. Numbers are decisive. Finally, the lion must step back. Hyenas claim victory. They return to the prey, eat quickly. Everything disappears in 15 minutes. The lion is hungry. It must continue hunting. But energy is depleted. Tonight, it may have nothing to eat. This story repeats every day across Serengeti. Power is changing hands, slowly but surely. But the biggest battle is not for food, but for water, the source of life for all species. The 2026 dry season lasts 8 months. Within a 50-kilometer radius, only one waterhole remains. All animals must come here. Afternoon. Temperature 42 degrees Celsius. A pride of lions approaches. They need water, but they are not the first visitors. A hyena clan has been there since morning. They control the waterhole. This is their territory now. Lions stop, 20 meters away, assess the situation. Only 3 male lions. But they need water as they haven't drunk for many days. A male lion advances, roars loudly, tries to create dominance. Hyenas stand up, unafraid. They roar back. Tension escalates. Lions move closer. Hyenas begin moving, surrounding the lions. Three minutes of standoff. No one attacks, just growling and threatening. This is psychological warfare. Whoever is weaker will retreat. Finally, lions decide. They charge toward the waterhole. Quick, drink hastily, and retreat before hyenas react. Hyenas give chase, but don't attack. They just want to assert power. Lions leave. Enough water to survive another day. Today's battle ends. No blood, no casualties, but the message is clear. Hyenas are taking control. This is not an isolated case. Across East Africa, researchers are recording similar phenomena. Hyenas are expanding their influence. Hyenas are demonstrating a skill lions don't have, adapting to humans. They learn to survive in a changing world. Human water pumps become new destinations. Hyenas know where there's water. They come late at night, when no one's watching. They even learn to forage from human waste, behavior no one saw 10 years ago. This is a sign of superior intelligence. Lions cannot do this. Their proud nature won't allow it. They are kings, cannot lower themselves. But pride is becoming a burden. In the new world, flexibility matters more than strength. Adaptation matters more than tradition. " 2026 data shows hyena populations increased 12% in 5 years, while lions decreased 8%. The trend is very clear. Serengeti is witnessing a historic change, not through war or bloodshed, Lions remain symbols: beauty, strength, and dignity. But these values are no longer enough to ensure survival. Hyenas represent a different story: resilience, pragmatism, and the ability to survive in adversity. In a warming world, the strongest may not win, but the best adapted will survive. In 2026, climate change is not just statistics, but daily reality. Each degree of temperature increase rewrites the rules of survival. Lions and hyenas, two arch enemies. Their story is the story of the entire planet. Adapt or disappear. There is no other choice. Afternoon sunlight illuminates the Serengeti grasslands. Dry grass glows golden under temperatures of 35 degrees Celsius, a typical day in the heart of Africa. Here, every meal must be contested. Predator and prey, robber and robbed. The line between success and failure is very fragile. Two predator species are about to collide. One side is a warrior with deadly weapons. One side is an opportunistic thief who will claim victory. This is the story of an unexpected encounter, when a plan to steal prey becomes a battle to the death, when instinct decides survival. The secretary bird is one of Africa's most unique birds of prey. They stand over 1 meter tall and have a wingspan of nearly 2 meters. The name comes from the black feathers behind the head, resembling quill pens tucked behind a secretary's ear in olden times. But this bird is anything but gentle. They hunt snakes, large lizards, rodents, insects, but venomous snakes are their favorite. They have a unique hunting technique: kick prey to death. Long legs, sharp curved talons, specially developed leg muscles. A kick can generate force of nearly 20 kilograms, enough to crush the bones of venomous snakes. Serval, also called grassland wildcat, smaller than spotted leopards but larger than house cats. They weigh about 9 to 18 kilograms. The largest ears in the cat family relative to body size, superhuman hearing, can hear mice moving underground. Long legs, highest leg-to-body ratio in the cat family. It can jump up to 3 meters high and achieves a hunting success rate of about 50%. But today, the serval isn't hunting. It's seeking opportunity, stealing prey from others, conserving energy, increasing survival efficiency. The secretary bird has just found a snake, puff adder. Venomous, dangerous, but to the secretary bird, this is a good meal. The snake rears its head, opens its mouth threateningly, ready to inject venom. But the secretary bird has faced such situations countless times. A kick shoots out lightning fast, precise, strikes the snake's head directly. It writhes violently, but isn't dead yet. Another kick, then another. The snake lies motionless. The secretary bird bends down to check the prey. Victory is clear. But in the grass, another is watching silently. The serval presses itself flat to the ground. It moves slowly, each step separated by several seconds. No sound. Every movement is calculated. It weighs options quickly. The bird is taller, heavier, and has extremely powerful legs. But that fat snake is a valuable protein source. It steps slowly forward, not to hunt the bird, but to steal the prey, a familiar tactic of an opportunistic hunter. The secretary bird reacts immediately. Defensive instinct flares. It clamps the snake tightly in its beak and won't let go. This prey belongs to it. It spreads its wings nearly 2 meters wide, creating a large visual wall. The goal is to make the cat back down, a familiar defensive tactic. The serval backs away a few steps, but doesn't leave. It circles slowly, eyes still locked on target, patiently waiting for a moment of vulnerability. It lunges again, testing the bird's powerful legs. Claws touch wing feathers, but still not enough to steal the snake. The snake falls to the ground, but the conflict has now gone beyond food. No longer a dispute over prey. This is a battle. The secretary bird unleashes the first kick, lightning fast. Nearly 20 kilograms of force in an instant, misses the cat's head by just a few centimeters. The serval dodges quickly. Reflexes of a born hunter. It lunges, trying to bite the bird's knee joint to neutralize the dangerous legs. The bird jumps back. Second kick hits the cat's shoulder. Not strong enough to cause serious injury, but enough to cause pain. An accurate kick could shatter the serval's jaw, ending its hunting ability forever. Therefore, the cat must strike very fast and precisely. The serval lunges again, this time lowering its body. It pounces on the secretary bird's chest area. Claws dig deep, pulling the bird down. The secretary bird struggles violently. Wings beat on hard, creating wind currents that send dust flying. It tries to kick, but the serval has latched too close for the strike to be effective. The battle lasts about 3 minutes, consuming enormous metabolic energy. Both are breathing heavily, but neither side will let go. The serval changes tactics. It seeks the bird's neck position. This is the cat family's familiar killing technique, the suffocating bite. The secretary bird senses danger. It struggles to escape, but the cat's weight presses heavily. Wings no longer have space to swing. The serval seizes the bird's neck. Fangs sink deep, not piercing completely, but clamping tight. The goal is to cut off oxygen. Time decides life and death. The bird lies on the ground, wings spread wide on the dry earth. It's still alive, but no longer has strength to continue fighting. The cat still holds the bird's neck tight. It doesn't loosen. The struggling weakens with each second, each breath, until the body is motionless. After about 5 minutes, all movement ceases. The warrior has fallen. The opportunist wins, not through strength, but through tactics. The serval releases the bird. It's exhausted. Victory has come, but the price is very high. Energy expended equivalent to many days of normal hunting. It doesn't eat the bird. Instead, it drags out the snake, the original meal, the reason for the conflict. It eats hurriedly before others appear. 15 minutes later, vultures land. They clean up what remains. Here, nothing is wasted. The cycle continues. Prey stealing is common behavior in Africa. Hyenas steal from leopards. Lions steal leopard kills. Survival becomes more difficult. Is full of risk. About half the time, the thief gets injured, 1/5 end in death. The price to pay is very high. Climate change makes food sources scarcer. Competition increases. Prey theft occurs more frequently. Mortality rates also rise. Both servals and secretary birds are species that need conservation. Their numbers are declining as habitats increasingly shrink. As the sun sets over the Serengeti, the grassland gradually quiets again. The cat has left. Vultures have flown away. Only traces of battle remain on the sand. In the harsh reality of the African bush, the line between hunter and prey is always fragile. The thief can become the executioner. No heroes, no villains, only creatures trying to survive by any means and any tactics possible. And in the silence of the Serengeti night, one law still silently operates. Nature doesn't judge. Nature only selects. The wiser one, the luckier one, the one still alive. East African Savannah. Dawn has just touched the earth. From an earth burrow at the base of an acacia tree, a snout emerges to probe the morning air. This is a land where every careless moment must be paid dearly. Lions, leopards, hyenas, crocodiles, all share the same living space. Not as large as buffalo, not as fast as antelope, no venomous fangs or sharp claws, but this species has existed on the African grasslands for over 800,000 years. This is a story about survival not based on absolute strength, but based on speed, instinct, and the right decisions in moments that decide everything. Warthogs are widely distributed throughout sub-Saharan Africa. Adult males weigh from 60 to 150 kilograms. Shoulder height, about 75 centimeters. The name warthog comes from the protruding tissue masses on the face. Males have 4 warts, females have 2. Their function is to protect the face when fighting with their own kind. Male warthog tusks can reach up to 60 centimeters long, curved upward and mainly used for fighting or defense. An accurate strike is enough to tear into a lion. Warthogs run at maximum about 50 kilometers per hour. Not enough to escape lions or leopards on a straight path, but enough to create distance when reacting in time. The tail standing straight when running is a visual signal for young to track the mother's direction of movement in tall grass. A simple but effective signal. Warthogs are omnivorous: grass, tubers, tree roots, occasionally animal carcasses. They often kneel on their front legs to graze close to the ground, their most recognizable characteristic posture. Warthog knees have thick skin formed from continuous daily kneeling. This is evolutionary adaptation, reflecting how this species adjusts its body to its lifestyle. Warthogs live in small groups of 4 to 16 individuals, mainly females and young. Adult males usually live solitary outside breeding season. Earth burrows are the center of warthog life. They don't dig their own, but occupy burrows left by aardvarks or honey badgers. This is where they sleep, give birth, and escape. Warthogs enter burrows by backing in tail first, tusks facing outward from the burrow entrance. Any predator that sticks its head in will meet the tusks first. Morning. A warthog group moves to a grazing area 500 meters from the burrow. The male goes first, head low, nose working continuously. This is an information scanning posture. 150 meters away, a leopard lies in ambush in tall grass. It has been tracking the warthog group since before they left the burrow, and it's waiting for one to separate from the group. A young warthog separates a few meters following a cluster of tubers near a low bush. The leopard knows this. In an instant, its body shifts from rest to ready to sprint. The lead male warthog lifts its head. Some scent in the grass. Not clear, but enough to trigger reflexes. It immediately emits a short call. The leopard lunges, but the young has already made it back to the group. The male warthog turns to face the leopard directly, tusks pointing forward. No intention to flee. The leopard stops at a distance of 3 meters. A 50-kilogram leopard facing a 100-kilogram male warthog with 50-centimeter tusk. The male warthog holds confrontational posture, not attacking, not retreating. This is nature's clearest message. Attack me, and you will pay the price. The leopard circles to one side. The warthog rotates accordingly. The leopard circles to the other side. The warthog rotates again. After 2 minutes, the leopard leaves to find less risky prey. Not every confrontation is favorable. When alone and attacked suddenly from behind, warthogs don't have enough time to turn and face. This is why warthogs rarely move alone. This species' strength lies in the group. Many eyes, many noses, many ears, continuously supplementing each other. Evening descends. The threat changes. Lions are more active when the sun mellows. 3 lionesses are moving through the area where the warthog group is foraging. 1 leopard can be repelled by warthog tusks, but 3 coordinated lionesses are a threat where direct confrontation is not a wise choice. The male warthog emits a short call. The group turns toward the burrow, 400 meters from the burrow, far enough that lions can catch up if they start now. Lions chase the running warthog group on a straight path. Lionesses are faster, but warthogs know the terrain and know the destination. The young warthog is slower. A lioness breaks off, targeting it. The mother warthog recognizes immediately. She changes trajectory, lunging between the lioness and the young. The mother warthog's charge doesn't hit the lion, but is enough to break the attack trajectory. The lion loses momentum and veers off course. The young continues running to the burrow. The young enters the burrow first. Mother warthog quickly backs in after, tusks facing outward. Lions stop before the burrow entrance, cannot approach. The rest of the lion pride arrives. The entire pride surrounds the burrow entrance, but the entrance is small, tusks facing outward. No lion wants to try approaching. After 20 minutes, the lion pride leaves. The earth burrow has done what speed and strength cannot do alone. This is why warthogs never forage too far from burrows. Dusk, spotted hyenas begin patrol. Their sense of smell can detect warthog burrow scent from over a kilometer, and they know where the burrows are. Hyenas don't enter burrows. They stand waiting outside. Blockade tactics. Wait all night if needed. Warthogs must come out before dawn to forage. Warthogs in the burrow don't sleep. They hear the hyenas outside and wait. A psychological battle where whichever side is more patient will have the advantage. Near dawn, hyenas are still around the warthog burrow. They persistently wait for warthogs to come out. Warthogs slowly stick their heads out. Dawn begins. Hyenas perform poorly in daylight. This is the moment warthogs have waited all night for. Light is their ally. The male warthog comes out first, fast, and runs straight, no hesitation, while the last hyena hasn't left yet. Speed and decisiveness are everything. Hyenas give chase, but it's already light, and the male warthog is running toward open grassland, where the lion pride from last night is no longer there. African warthogs currently number in the millions throughout sub-Saharan Africa, not on the endangered list. Clear proof of the effectiveness of this species' survival strategy. Warthogs play an important ecological role. Their digging creates earth holes for many smaller species. Their dung disperses seeds throughout the grasslands. The relationship between warthogs and oxpecker birds is typical symbiosis. Birds eat ticks and parasites on warthog skin. In return, warthogs receive early warning signals when birds suddenly fly up. Afternoon. The warthog group is grazing normally. The flock of oxpeckers suddenly flies up. The male warthog reacts immediately without needing to hear or smell more. Each species contributes what the other lacks. This isn't friendship. This is an effective biological transaction maintained through millions of years of evolution. Today ends like every day. The Warthog group returns to the burrow before sunset. Backs and tail first, tusks facing outward, ready for the long night ahead. Warthogs aren't the strongest, fastest, or largest species, but they know which burrow is theirs, know when to run, know when to stand their ground. And 800,000 years on the land with the most predators on the planet is the clearest evidence that sometimes wisdom endures longer than strength. The Masai Mara grasslands at dawn, at the edge of the plains, where farmland meets wilderness, a female cheetah lies vigilantly. This is Nira, and her story is not easy. Nearby, two small cheetahs are playing in the tall grass. This is all that remains of the litter of 6 that Nira gave birth to 3 months ago. The other 4 are dead, 1 killed by hyenas, 2 attacked by lions, 1 snatched by an eagle while Nira was hunting. This isn't an exception. This is the reality of cheetahs. This is a story of survival at the edge, about a lone mother raising cubs in a world that has shrunk 90%, racing against time. Cheetahs are completely different from leopards. Solid black spots instead of rosettes, non-retractable claws like cleats, and a long tail like a balance beam. Everything designed for one purpose: speed, from 0 to 70 kilometers per hour in just 2 seconds. Maximum can reach 110 kilometers per hour. Therefore, the body weighs only 50 kilograms, not strong enough to climb trees or fight larger carnivores. Cheetahs are the weakest among large predators. Nira knows this better than anyone. Every day she must move her 2 cubs to new hiding places. Lions and hyenas are always lurking, searching for cheetah cubs to kill. When she needs to call her cubs, Nira emits a special bird-like call. This call doesn't attract the attention of other predators, but the cubs can still hear clearly. But the biggest challenge isn't protecting the cubs, it's feeding them. Nira must hunt every day, each hunt lasting an average of only 20 seconds before she's exhausted. If she fails 3 or 4 times in a row, Nira and her cubs will starve. And starvation means weaker, slower, easier to attack. And this is the death spiral. This morning, Nira spots a young gazelle antelope grazing 300 meters away. Perfect prey, small, weak, separated from the herd. She moves meter by meter. Her tawny coat with black spots blends completely into the dry grass. Distance remaining, 100 meters. 50 meters, 20 meters, tail tense, hind leg muscles coiled to maximum. The moment has come. Nira launches like an arrow. 2 seconds to reach 70 kilometers per hour. The antelope detects her, but it's too late. 12 seconds later, Nira catches up, using her claws to trip the prey's hind legs. The antelope tumbles. Nira immediately bites the neck, suffocating the windpipe. The entire hunt lasts 17 seconds. but Naira is panting as if she just ran a marathon. She needs 15 minutes to recover, but there's no time. The smell of blood spreads. Hyenas will arrive in 5 to 10 minutes. Naira calls her cubs to eat quickly. The two little ones eat hurriedly. Naira doesn't eat, only watches the surroundings. The mother always eats last. If there's food left, this is the survival law of cheetahs. But today is unlucky. 7 minutes later, a pack of hyenas appears. Naira immediately calls her cubs to retreat. Can't fight, can only run. The meal is lost. This is the reality of cheetahs. 50% of kills are stolen by lions, hyenas, or vultures. Catching prey doesn't guarantee getting to eat. But Naira doesn't give up. That afternoon, she hunts successfully again. This time, she finds thick bushes to eat safely. The cubs get full bellies. Today is a good day. Months pass. The two cubs grow gradually, from 5 kilograms to 20 kilograms. Naira begins teaching them to hunt. First lesson, observation. Naira lets the cubs watch from a distance when she hunts. They learn how to choose prey, how to approach undetected, how to calculate distance. Second lesson, practice. When the cub is 10 months old, Naira catches a rabbit but doesn't kill it. She lets the cub practice the technique of tripping and neck biting. The first time, the cub fails, the rabbit escapes. But Naira is patient, lets the cub try again. After 3 attempts, one of the two cubs succeeds. Joy spreads through the small family. But when the cubs are 14 months old, Naira must chase them away. Not because she doesn't love them, but because instinct protects them from adult males. The two siblings must now be independent, too early compared to nature. But the shrinking environment doesn't allow otherwise. They're still immature, but must face the adult world. The first week, they fail at hunting continuously, hungry and afraid. But then they learn something important: cooperation. One chases, one ambushes. Finally, they catch their first prey. Naira, somewhere not far away, hears the joyful calls of her cubs. She doesn't approach, but knows they're still alive. That's all a cheetah mother can hope for. Currently, only about 7,000 cheetahs remain in the wild, down from 100,000 individuals at the beginning of the 20th century. Every survivor is a miracle. Lifespan decreased from 15 years to only 8 years. Living space shrunk 90%. Without immediate action, the planet's fastest animal will only exist in legend. Naira and her cubs are living proof of resilient vitality. Every day they fight. Every day, they survive. Their story is the story of the entire species, racing against time. African savanna in the middle of dry season. Sun scorches the ground, and yellow grass spreads to the horizon. This is where nature's most brutal laws are born. The lion pride is resting in tree shade. On the surface, everything is calm. But in the air, a biological signal is spreading that no one can see. Lionesses are entering estrus. Bodies emit characteristic pheromones, and males in the pride have sensed that signal. This is the most decisive period in lions' reproductive cycle, a process that evolution has adjusted through millions of years without rest. Estrus in the pride doesn't happen individually. Females enter this state simultaneously, a phenomenon called social synchronization. This isn't coincidence. This is an evolutionary mechanism helping females give birth simultaneously, creating conditions to protect and care for cubs more effectively. When this period begins, lionesses become more proactive. They swish tails, emit characteristic calls, and approach males in unusual ways. This isn't gentle or shy behavior. This is survival instinct, strong enough to override all other bodily needs. The next step is leaving the pride. The pair separates, seeking private space. This is called the mating refuge. Leaving the pride means losing collective protection. Hyenas and wandering males always patrol around territory, waiting for opportunities. But they accept that risk not from external pressure. Reproductive instinct is driving bodies in an unstoppable direction. A lion pair can mate 20 to 40 times in one day. This is one of the most exhausting periods in the animal kingdom. Each time only lasts 10 to 20 seconds and continues from 4 to 7 days. This repetition is necessary to stimulate ovulation in females. Throughout this period, both don't eat anything. Body energy is concentrated on one single purpose: maintaining the lineage. After each mating, females react by turning to attack males. They growl and swat with claws. This isn't rejection. This is automatic biological reaction. Male reproductive organs have small spines causing pain, which actually helps stimulate ovulation in females. Meanwhile, outside the quiet territory, a new threat is approaching. Wandering males have detected pheromone signals in the air. This is when the dominant male must show his entire role, not just mating, but must guard ceaselessly. If wandering males dare approach, battle is unavoidable. Two individuals each weighing over 200 kilograms clash powerfully. The winning male keeps control. The losing male must retreat. In the lion world, there's no concept of sharing power. After 4 to 7 days, the mating period ends. Both return to the pride, exhausted and facing everyday life again. After about 110 days of pregnancy, lionesses give birth to the Savannah's next generation. Weak, but carrying within them the fate of an entire dynasty. If a new male gains control of the pride during this period, evolutionary law reveals harsh and unavoidable pressure. The new male will find and kill all cubs of the old male. This is behavior called infanticide, an evolutionary tactic existing for very long. When cubs die, females will no longer be in nursing state. Bodies return to reproductive state in just weeks instead of years. This is the price of power change in the pride, difficult for humans to accept, but is natural law operating for millions of years. Amid all that brutality, lionesses continue surviving, giving birth and protecting cubs, because species vitality doesn't lie in individuals, but in resilient regeneration ability. In 2026, wild lion populations number about 20,000 individuals. Each cub born is more important than ever. Conservation organizations are working to protect both territory and lion prides. When habitat is preserved, natural reproductive cycles will be maintained. In the lion world, reproduction isn't just giving birth to offspring. This is an entire battle, sacrifice, and adaptation combined in a ceaseless cycle. Each stage has sacrifice, and each decision has consequences. But lions have survived through millions of years of this continuous process. African lions aren't just powerful big cats. They are proof that in nature, survival is measured by ability to continue despite however many losses. An afternoon on the Botswana savannah, a honey badger is digging and foraging for food near a dry riverbed. Suddenly, two leopards emerge from nearby bushes. In viral videos online, this is when the honey badger would turn around to attack the leopards, fight bravely, and force them to retreat. But reality is completely different. The honey badger doesn't attack. Instead, it immediately runs toward the nearest rocky den at maximum speed. This isn't cowardice. This is intelligent survival. This is the story of the real honey badger, not the invincible super warrior the internet portrays, but an escape artist, a survival specialist. Popular belief suggests honey badgers win every fight. Online videos show them chasing lions, attacking leopards, and defeating anyone who dares challenge them. But field research over 20 years in the Kalahari shows honey badgers avoid conflict whenever possible. They only fight when there's no other choice. When facing lions, honey badgers have three options: flee, hide in a burrow, or counterattack. The first two options account for 80% of cases. Why? Because honey badgers only weigh 10 kilograms. Lions weigh 200 kilograms. This isn't a fair fight. Victory is impossible. Even when honey badgers attack ferociously, roaring and biting, this isn't to win. This is to create an escape opportunity, making the opponent hesitate for a few seconds, enough to get away. The honey badger's main tactic is to make itself hard to eat, not to defeat the enemy. Thick skin, fierce growling, biting the opponent's face to cause pain. The goal isn't to make the lion flee. The goal is to make the lion think killing the honey badger costs more effort than the value gained. This is cost-benefit calculation. And this strategy often works, not because the honey badger is stronger, but because the lion or leopard doesn't want to get injured over such small prey. But it's not always lucky. GPS research tracking honey badgers over 5 years shows 60% of individuals have scars from attacks. Some have broken legs, torn ears, or are blind in one eye, showing these aren't signs of victory, but marks of surviving confrontations. Three tracked individuals died within 5 years. One killed by a lion, one killed by a leopard, one attacked by a pack of hyenas. Not invincible. Viral videos online only show the times honey badgers successfully escape. No one films the times they fail, lying dead in the bushes. Even with venomous snakes, honey badgers don't always win. Research in Okavango recorded honey badgers bitten by cobras, lying unconscious and being eaten alive by vultures. The unconscious period from 2 to 5 hours is an extremely dangerous phase, as they cannot defend or flee, allowing any predator to finish them off. So why do honey badgers have a reputation for fearlessness? Because we remember the times they survive, not the times they die. This is perception bias. The truth is, honey badgers survive by knowing when to fight and when to run. They fight fiercely when cornered, but prioritize escape over victory. Climbing ability is an important escape weapon. When chased, honey badgers can climb trees quickly. Lions can't climb. Neither can hyenas. Burrowing ability also saves their lives many times. Honey badgers can dig 1 meter deep in 15 minutes. They crawl in and block the entrance with dirt, waiting for the opponent to leave. Surviving to fight another day is always more beneficial than dying a hero. And nature only selects for survival ability, not rewarding courage. The average lifespan of 7 to 8 years for honey badgers is much lower than many other carnivores, clearly reflecting that their risky lifestyle always comes with consequences. Compared to leopards living 12 years, lions 14 years, honey badgers die much earlier, mainly due to accumulated wounds from confrontations and infections. Mortality research shows 30% of honey badgers die from larger carnivores, 20% die from venom, 50% die from infection and starvation. Honey badgers are fearless, but fearlessness doesn't equal invincibility, as they accept danger largely because of food-scarce environments. To this day, honey badgers still exist in many areas of Africa, but conflicts with humans are increasing as they steal chickens and dig burrows near homes. Many people kill honey badgers thinking they're dangerous, but the truth is, honey badgers avoid humans when possible. They only attack when cornered. Honey badgers teach the important lesson that survival isn't about winning every battle, but knowing when to fight and when to retreat. Viral videos may make them look like superheroes, but in the real world, honey badgers are wise survivors, not undefeated warriors. And perhaps that's what's most admirable. Not superior strength, but the ability to keep living in a world full of creatures 20 times stronger. The Serengeti grasslands stretch endlessly, one of Africa's largest wild ecosystems, where natural law still absolutely governs all life. Millions of herbivores live here, from zebras, wildebeest, to antelope, creating a rich food chain with one irreplaceable apex. In the sparse shade of acacia trees, a male lion rests. The thick mane has turned dark, sign of a mature and experienced individual. Its position as pride leader doesn't come from bloodline, but is the result of countless confrontations, perseverance, and ability to survive in a harsh world. Male lions can weigh over 200 kilograms, but what makes them different from lionesses isn't just body size, but precisely the distinctive thick mane. The mane begins developing when male lions are about 2 years old, not only displaying gender, but also reflecting health, age, and testosterone levels. In confrontations between males, the mane acts like natural armor, protecting neck and shoulders from claws and fangs. However, the mane is also a physiological burden, making the body easily overheat during intense activity. Thus, male lions rarely participate in regular hunting. A typical lion pride consists of 3 to 4 adult females plus cubs, while the dominant male is usually 1 or 2 brothers. The dominant male's role is very clear: protect territory and pride from outside males. This is full-time and dangerous work. Each night, roars echo across the Serengeti grasslands, not to flaunt strength, but as clear warning that this territory has an owner. That roar can travel up to 8 kilometers, but simultaneously reveals position, attracting wandering males patiently seeking opportunities. When lions confront, instinct doesn't allow retreat, because this isn't just territorial dispute, but battle for breeding rights and genetic lineage. Battle unfolds fiercely, 2 masses of bodies charging at each other, 5-centimeter claws tearing flesh. Each strike can determine life or death. Combat can last from minutes to hours, but the outcome usually doesn't change. The loser must retreat or die. The winner gains absolute power. The new male taking over the pride must make a decision, because cubs left by the old male are potential threats to its genetic future. These cubs will be killed. This is brutal behavior, but has clear biological logic. When cubs die, lionesses will be ready to mate again after 2 to 3 weeks. Lionesses may resist, but they're not strong enough to confront males. Only a few lucky cubs escape and hide in bushes. After this period, the new dominant male begins mating with females. The new cubs are its genetic legacy. However, the crown of power always comes at high cost. The dominant male must be constantly vigilant, because in nature, rest doesn't exist. On average, a male lion only holds the dominant position for 2 to 3 years. Very few individuals are strong and lucky enough to extend power to 5 years. Each battle leaves scars. Each passing year diminishes strength. Fangs wear down, muscles lose agility, reflexes slow. When no longer strong enough, the old male will be dethroned. This is inevitable law. Some choose to wander alone. Some die in the final battle. Dethroned males usually don't live long. No females to hunt. They must face the harsh grasslands alone. Some are lucky to find animal carcasses to eat, but usually they must compete with hyenas and vultures. Status has completely reversed. But not all stories are tragic. Some males form alliances with each other. When old, they can rely on each other, increasing survival chances. In the lion world, success isn't measured by lifespan, but by the number of surviving cubs carrying their genes. By 2026, wild lion numbers are only about 20,000 individuals, decreased nearly 90% compared to a century ago. Habitat loss, conflict with humans, and poaching are the greatest threats, forcing conservation areas to expand and connect. Modern research shows lions have complex social structure, can remember individuals, and display grief behavior when losing peers. Being a dominant male means a short but intense life, where each day is a challenge and each decision affects lineage. In that brief time, a male can leave an eternal mark, not through roars, but through cubs continuing the survival story on the endless grasslands. The Serengeti Savannah is home to over 3 million herbivores, but it's also territory of the planet's most dangerous predators. Each day, life here is a ceaseless battle of wits. Herbivores have no fangs or claws, no venom. They only have survival instinct. In this ecosystem, each herbivore species has developed different skills, but all aim toward one single purpose: to survive. This is the story of adaptation, about how seemingly vulnerable species have existed and continue to exist through millions of years of evolution. Wildebeest can reach speeds up to 70 kilometers per hour, but for them, speed is not the only weapon for survival. Zebras live in large herds. In Serengeti alone, numbers reach 200,000 individuals. This very scale is their survival strategy. Giraffes stand nearly 6 meters tall. Their vision encompasses the entire savanna. Height itself is absolute security advantage. African buffalo with massive horns can inflict fatal injuries, making them one of the least attacked herbivore species. Each species possesses distinct advantages, but all exist in one unchanging reality. Danger is always present and never disappears. Regarding senses, antelope ears can rotate 360 degrees. They detect sounds from 1 kilometer distance. This is a natural early warning system. Zebra eyes are positioned on sides of the head, vision nearly 360 degrees. They can see behind without turning their heads. Buffalo's sense of smell is 5 times more acute than humans. They can smell lions from 300 meters, time enough to prepare defense. Giraffes combine all 3 senses, but the greatest advantage is height. From 6 meters high, they see what's coming first. When one detects danger, the entire herd reacts. Information spreads in just seconds. Collective warning system. Regarding speed and endurance, wildebeest have maximum speed of 70 kilometers per hour, and they maintain this speed continuously for 5 kilometers. Cheetahs are faster, 110 kilometers per hour, but can only run 300 meters before exhaustion. Wildebeest know this. The tactic is to prolong the chase. Run zigzag, change direction suddenly, deplete the predator's energy. Zebras aren't as fast as antelope. Maximum speed 65 kilometers per hour, but they have astonishing endurance. In annual migration, zebras run over 3,000 kilometers. Their bodies evolved for endurance, not explosive speed. Regarding herd tactics, this is the most fundamental principle. A solitary zebra has survival rate below 20%. When lions attack, herds quickly form defensive formation. Young in the center, adult individuals surrounding outside. Wildebeest apply different tactics. When pursued, they run in multiple directions, disrupting predator coordination and creating escape opportunities. Giraffes usually stay in small groups, 3 to 5 individuals. They take turns on guard. When one eats, others observe. Buffalo, when threatened, they point horns outward, young in the middle. Even lions hesitate to attack this formation. With zebras, stripe patterns aren't just for beauty. When the entire herd moves simultaneously, stripes overlap, creating visual interference phenomenon. This makes predators difficult to focus on a specific individual, reducing hunt success rate by about 30%. Antelope possess brown-yellow coats, blending perfectly with dry grass, color in dry season. When standing still, they're nearly invisible before predator eyes. Giraffes utilize height for camouflage. When standing among tall trees, only the head protrudes, making them from afar look like motionless branches. The African savanna is the harshest survival test, but herbivores have passed through millions of years of evolution. They have no fangs, claws, or venom, but possess acute senses, superior speed, and collective intelligence. The relationship between predator and prey is not a story of winning or losing, but of balance, where both coexist to maintain the ecosystem. By 2026, protecting this savanna becomes more important than ever, because this is not just home to countless species, but also the common heritage of the entire planet.